For months, we have been wondering what the favor was. Well, it was revealed on Friday Night SmackDown. SmackDown is now back in the States in Chicago, Illinois. How ironic that we had this segment take place in Chicago. We also had some breaking news on Kevin Owens as he is going to be missing Wrestlemania. And we also have the debut of Rey Fenix. There was some other good stuff on the show, but I want to focus on those three topics. So I want to start off this review with the debut of Rey Fenix. And before SmackDown even went on the air, WWE already had some Rey Fenix merchandise at WWEshop.com. Check it out. Now the interesting about this is that Rey Fenix has the same font design as Penta's design. But the question is, why are they separated? Oh, don't worry. They'll be together one day. Rey Fenix also had a cool entrance too. Rey Fenix was taking on NXT's Nathan Frazier. Now why is Nathan Frazier facing Rey Fenix? Well, look at the SmackDown roster. It's not as good as Raw's. And I also think that this is a great opportunity for Nathan Frazier to showcase himself in front of the fans. This was a fast-paced match. Nathan Frazier is so quick. Can we talk about that? But Rey Fenix, knowing that he is an incredible talent, he gets the victory over Nathan Frazier. And as he got the victory, he got so emotional, knowing that WWE is his new home. He cut in an emotional promo after the match, and he knows that he deserves to be in WWE. Rey Fenix is going to have an incredible run in WWE. Just know that. And now let's move on to Kevin Owens. What is his status for WrestleMania? So Nick Aldis is in the ring as he presents Kevin Owens. So Kevin Owens gets a mic and he starts talking and he says, "I've been doing this for 25 years. I say that I give it my all in the ring. I've experienced incredible things. I give my family a good life. But there's a price to pay in those opportunities. And it's my turn. I have a very serious neck injury. This week, I was told that I was going to need neck surgery. Not being in the ring at WrestleMania against Randy Orton does suck. I don't know when I'll be back in the ring with you guys. I've learned not to take anything for granted. I'm sorry, guys." Now at this moment, I really thought that this was like kayfabe, I thought Kevin Owens was like faking this. But no, it was actually real and Kevin Owens is going to have surgery on his neck. I hope it doesn't take too long. Get well soon, Kevin. We're going to miss you. So then we have Randy Orton coming out. And as Randy Orton is in the ring, Nick Aldis ends up telling him, "Well, I guess, Randy, you're not going to have a WrestleMania match." Randy Orton's face tells the story on he wanted to be a part of WrestleMania to fight Kevin Owens. But then all of a sudden, Randy Orton RKO's Nick Aldis. Now, do you guys remember when Randy Orton signed with SmackDown back in 2023? He RKO'd Nick Aldis. He sent a check of $100,000. Nick Aldis was expecting $50,000. And then Randy told him, that's for next time. And that next time was right here. Man, that really does suck for Kevin Owens. He's going to end up missing WrestleMania. And this sucks for Randy Orton too. Now he has nobody to wrestle at WrestleMania. I guess WWE will find a way for Randy Orton to still wrestle at WrestleMania. But against who? So now I want to move on to the main part of the show. CM Punk. The show started with CM Punk being welcomed by his hometown crowd. Now when CM Punk is doing his promo, he is a troll. This dude gets the camera from the dude and he literally just films the entire crowd. Even from the hard cam side. Punk knows that WWE can sell out full arenas than Tony Khan and AEW. And while he was filming, he was saying that they say that the best crowds are overseas. Let's see that we can prove them wrong. Punk reminds the fans that he is going to whip Seth Rollins' ass and he's going to kick the Tribal Chief's ass in the main event of WrestleMania. And then we have Paul Heyman come out. So Paul gets in the ring and then he says, "The last time we were here, I asked you to get me out of Solo Sikoa. And that's why I later called you for War Games. And I didn't have anybody else. And that's what I did you a favor." Paul Heyman was also talking about how he was the one who saved CM Punk from being fired and saying that he belongs in WWE. He belongs in the main event of WrestleMania. So then Paul Heyman has a favor for CM Punk. And he said the favor is. But before he even asked that, he said that Roman Reigns is not here. Yet. So Punk questions him. Did you just say that Roman Reigns is not here? Paul Heyman says, yet. I'll tell you the favor, but I'm going to have to tell Roman Reigns the favor to his face. So then CM Punk leaves and Paul Heyman is still alone in the ring. Kinda worried. So Paul Heyman is backstage and he is waiting until Roman Reigns arrives. So then we have an SUV arrive. Paul Heyman is thinking that Roman Reigns has finally arrived, but it turns out to be Seth Rollins. So Seth tells Heyman, that CM Punk favor thing, that also affects me too. When Roman gets here, let me know. I want to hear it too. So then we get to the end of the show. Paul Heyman is still waiting for Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns finally arrives, but he is not looking good. Roman Reigns says, I think it's time to bring CM Punk out here because I'm tired of waiting. But CM Punk didn't come out. Seth Rollins did. Seth Rollins reminds Roman Reigns about all the times he has screwed him in the main event of WrestleMania, the heist of the century, and last year's main event. So Roman Reigns responds to Seth Rollins and he says, you're not trustworthy. You're not loyalty. CM Punk is here because I made a promise to Paul Heyman. I didn't call you. I called for Punk. So CM Punk comes out, and that's where he starts talking about the favor. A favor is about promises kept and loyalty friendship. This goes back to the day they told you, Heyman, that I should be fired. And you said no. You talked about this. And then he continues and says, Roman Reigns, I'm going to take you out of your comfort zone. I'm going to force you to deal with us. Because in the main event of WrestleMania, in my corner, your wise man, my best friend, Paul Heyman. Seth Rollins was laughing in the background and he told Roman Reigns, I told you. So he called it. So he was with us the whole time. We were thinking about, what's the favor? Is Paul Heyman going to be in CM Punk's corner? Well, we got our answer. Roman Reigns couldn't believe it. So then Roman questions Punk. That's the favor? And then for a few seconds, he starts laughing. And then he starts questioning Punk again. You understand that he loves me, right? He needs me. I saved him. Even if I let him, he wouldn't. So then Roman Reigns turns his attention to Paul Heyman, and he wants Paul Heyman to say no. And if you're staring at Paul Heyman, he looked like he was going to cry. And then we have Roman Reigns questioning Paul Heyman. Are you crying? You better wipe those up and tell him no. And as this is happening, CM Punk is smiling. He's like giving an evil smile. Then Roman Reigns starts to get angry. I took you in. I made you relevant. Tell him no. So then Paul Heyman starts answering Roman Reigns and he says, no, I can't do that, my tribal chief. So then Roman Reigns is slowly pushing Paul Heyman to the corner. But then CM Punk comes from behind and starts attacking Roman Reigns. He gives him a GTS and then he stares down Seth Rollins. And as they're staring down, SmackDown goes off the air. There's going to be a lot of explaining to do. What is SmackDown? This was actually a great show. But I want to know from you guys. What did you think of SmackDown? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter at EthanStoyShow, and I'll see you in the next one.